Let me teach you how to get the most perfect looking makeup, even as someone very acne prone, sensitive, dry skin, very imperfect base, but we end up with perfect looking skin. I always go straight from my skincare, leaving off my moisturizer into an SPF, the most incredible SPF you will ever try. Plus it's non-comedogenic, it's non-acnogenic, it's not going to break you out. It gives you the most velvety, smooth finish, especially if you have acne prone skin. Your base needs to be ultra hydrated. I say this because we're not working with an even base. We have craters, we have actives, we have different type of texturing. So when your skin is hydrated, everything can go on smooth versus being creviced. For my primer type step, I always use a glowy skin product. This is the Dibs Love Beam in the shade number 3. I also love the Dior Forever Star Glow filter. Every single product, shade, code, everything you need to know is linked in my LTK, by the way. But look at the way that this evens out the skin tone. It blends in like a moisturizer would, and it gives you the most incredible shine and shimmer to the skin the way you want your makeup to be finished. So if you want your makeup to be glowy, your base needs to be glowy. If you want your makeup to be matte, your base needs to be matte. And the longest and most intricate part of my routine is my base. My acne safe foundation that I am obsessed with. This is from Lawless. It's their Forget the Filler foundation. It is acne safe, so it's non-acnogenic, it's non-comedogenic, it's beautiful. It's a buildable, lightweight coverage, and it wears all day long. I've yet to see a single bad word about this foundation. Every single base product I blend with my fingers first to get the most smooth finish, and this also gives you the most coverage if you're covering up acne like me. This is what our base looks like, and tell me my skin does not look perfect. From foundation, we jump into any type of cream or liquid contour bronzer. This is the Retrograde Rose shade of the Dibs Beauty. I've actually never tried this shade, but anything from Dibs, whether it's the Glow Tour or Desert Island Duo, you cannot go wrong. This is the placement, and using my Dibs brush, watch how this just will melt right into the skin. Flip that same stick over, and I'm using the blush right here and across the nose. I like to do a little blush smoothie, so I'm mixing that with 2.5 of the Desert Island Duo, using that same brush, and this is just going to melt right into the skin. There's a few brands that anything they put out I will ride or die for, and Dibs is one of them. I mean, look at that. The skin looks perfect. My favorite hack for looking like you slept for 12 hours is the Kosas color corrector in the light pink in the inner corner. And then I love the Tower 28 concealer, and I do that on the outer corners to brighten here and to brighten here. Concealer especially, but I make makeup brush over sponge girly always, and I bring my concealer all the way out to the hairline here to help lift the face. Just a little personal anecdote, I have been so down in the dumps and very discouraged recently with things going on, and I just got the most amazing news today. So if you are down in the dumps, I promise you good days are ahead. In between steps, I like to use a dampened sponge just to make sure everything's melted together. I'm sorry, I just need a second because the skin has never looked better. If you're blush obsessed like me, this is where you go in and add a little bit more blush before we transfer over into powder. Two-step powder process. First, a press. Today I'm using this Lawless one. It gives you the most brightened under eyes with a loose brush, just lightly dusting that over top of where we put the concealer. Could stop there. I take it a step further. My favorite loose powder is from Kosas. It's also a light pink shade, and I'm going all the way out to the hairline versus just going underneath the eye. First, left on the puff, I use where I have my T-zone and any other areas where I have acne. I challenge you to find a single pore in my under eye. The best bronzer if you want your skin to look actually filtered. It is so pretty. This is Spice Chai by Dibs, and it's the most incredible bronzer on the market. My powder, blush, and bronzer goes anywhere we applied the cream or liquid counterpart. Another Dibs product, this is shade Spice Gal of the Baked Blush. Another one that leaves your skin looking filtered and beautiful. My infamous eyeshadow routine, I use that same bronzer with a fluffy brush on the eyelid with this Valentino Eye to Cheek palette on top. It's essentially a powder blush, but these two colors together give you the most incredible eyeshadow shade that I get compliments on every single day. If you're acne prone like me, you want to keep your highlight just to your nose. You don't want to draw attention to the scarring or texturing. This is the No Pressure Lip Liner by Dibs. I overline slightly at the bottom, but then keep it on the natural lip line on the side. A little bit something like that. Jam Jam Plumping Lipstick Melt in the limited edition Guava Glaze color. I always set the face before I finish with the eyes. Curl your eyelashes. Colossal Bubble Mascara from Maybelline for the lashes. Always finish off with one more layer of setting. Here is what the finished skin looks like. Very glowy, dewy, next level perfection. Every single product, shade, code, everything you need to know is in my LTK for you.